taken I'm so glad, Carrie. Like, you've gotten some really bad games in the past. Speaking of bad games, though, of course, GMs are here, ready to give out pain, give out butts, painful butts, and you know what better way to start off round 2 of Ku5ogrande than bringing in our favorite pal at Ku5ogrande. Ku5ogrande, come chat with me. Let's see what's going on. Ku5ogrande, you're the Ku5ogrande, gonna corn it all up in here. Or maybe not. Oh, there's Ku5ogrande. Hello! I've been singing you a song, Ku5ogrande. And you missed it. I don't hear you. Where are you? Ku5ogrande! Ku5ogrande is... I don't know. I guess he's just not working today. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and...
I should be working now.
Oh, I was going to plug into the mainframe to figure out what we've got going on.
Well, what we've got going on is me running around to try and catch a cat that ran outside.
Oh no!
I was going to pretend to be you for a minute, but you got back.
I did get back. That's okay, though.
Oh, I'm a little bit scared, though. A tiny
why
bit.
is that?
Because your cat got away. I don't know. You tend to give out some pretty bad games, but honestly, looking at this, you know, it's a 10-point group. That means that they all did fantastic in the last round. But I kind of like the idea of this game. I know nothing about it. I haven't seen any gameplay, but I like the idea. So, what do we have, Ku5ogrande?
What we have is, do you like Saturday morning cartoons? I like Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
They're kind of the best.
Dana, you like Saturday morning cartoons, right? Especially like 1980s Saturday morning cartoons.
I mean, I was raised on those.
Right. You know the ones that were designed to sell action figures. Do you also like 1980s computers?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Well,
yeah, you're talking to
treat. I know. I have a treat for you, Dana. Today is He-Man, the arcade game for Commodore 64.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
This looks awfully familiar.
I know. It's almost like you showed it to me.
Oh, wait, I did. So,
So wait, Dana,
Sorry.
are you the stealth GM here?
I'm pulling the strings behind this entire endeavor.
Dana showed this to me about what, like 6 months ago. And we just never could,
Yeah, something like
never
that.
could get it worked into Ku5ogrande 4 because by the time we had found it, it was too good of a game for Ku5ogrande, more or less.
Oh, I'm so glad. You know, generally we give out games that are a little bit better towards the beginning of the tournament, but at the same time, I'm not completely sure this is going to qualify as better.
Well, I mean, it's better in that, in theory, we're going to see a game completion. Maybe.
Okay, good theory.
The game, the music's good. The graphics are actually pretty decent for a Commodore 64 game. The game itself not good.
It's got great music.
It does have great music. I hope you like the He-Man theme.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I can't remember it. I know the "Hey, what's going on" music. the classic.
Unfortunately, Mr. Cringer Pants will not be in this game.
Darn it. Well, that's okay. I'll live. Oh, so I'm currently getting everything set up for the stream for today. So give me a quick rundown a little bit about what the general rules are for this match, if there's anything special, especially with tracking progress.
There is nothing special. It kind of has a pretty easy progress to follow. You have to go collect items to go break a spell so you can have the Atom Smasher, and then go bust up a couple of things and then go stab Skeletor in the face.
Okay.
That's pretty much the whole game. You can beat the game in about 10 minutes if you know what you're doing.
Data.
The controls are real bad.
Okay.
The controls are real bad, and the game is not real clear on a lot of things, and we didn't tell them.
Well, yeah.
I
why would
literally
we?
gave them everything that you would have gotten when you bought the game as a 6-year-old, way back when. I gave them the inside of the cassette cover. It's not even a disc, it came on cassette.
I mean, it's Commodore 64.
Commodore 64 mostly came on, a lot of them came on 5 1/4 floppies.
Huh.
Right? It has a disc drive.
They usually
instead-
didn't come on the cassettes. But I like the cassettes, Corndam.
Well, so, they also have a cassette drive, and this is on cassette. I imagine this is one of those games you could get for about £2 or £5 or something real cheap in Britain. I don't even know if it came out over here, to be honest with you. And it shows.
I mean, how many Commodore 64 games actually came out in the US, you know?
A lot. I had a Commodore 64 when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. So I'm wrong.
You are wrong, yes.
Wow. Well,
I mean, the Commodore 64 was actually really popular here in the US too, because at the time it came out, right, you probably couldn't get a more powerful home computer at the time, and definitely not at that price range.
I think I would agree. You know, we were an Atari family when I was young. That was definitely the way to go for us computer-wise. Specifically, my dad actually made a game on the Atari called Blocks. It was great because you were a rectangle trying to jump on other rectangles to get up on top of a rectangle, and if you touched some of the blocks just right, for some reason they would disappear and completely not exist anymore. The bugs were fun. I love that that's one of the most memorable things about the game that my dad made. The bugs.
Well, it happens, to the best of us.
Yeah, sadly, the game is probably lost to history. It probably doesn't exist anymore. I'm a little bit sad about that. But, if anybody somehow manages to find this strange game that my dad made somewhere, I would love to go back and play this very janky, broken game.
Surprised how often that actually happens.
Yeah, but that would imply that... I'm trying to think of everything that would have to line up in order for that to happen. Somebody would have had to somehow get access of the floppy that my dad had, and simply put, he gave the computer away to a cousin. So
you see, there you go.
I
then
don't know.
That cousin may have uploaded it to a BBS.
It's possible.
And then it just happens to end up in an internet archive. This has happened before, mind you. And then the developer finds out 30 years later that some random Twitch streamer is streaming his game he made as a 14-year-old.
Oh my god.
And then he goes through and fixes it for us so we can play the other 80% of the game.
Yeah, I love that happened. It makes me so happy. Ku5ogrande is a weird place. Because we have stories like that, and it's not exactly uncommon. And then we have things like Bunny Race that it's like, well, okay, it's not going to get fixed. That's okay.
Pretty much.
We'll live. Well, great. So, Dana, I'm so glad that you're here. I know that I believe this year you're mostly taking a break from being a GM, but it still is fun to have you come and chat and have fun during the games here, especially when they're like
this.
I mean, there have been a thing or two I may have been contemplating, so, I might slide them to someone else to have them host, or I may host, or, something. Me. I might just make Corndam do all the work.
That's probably true.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
I will do it too, just because.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Okay. I accidentally have this program on that makes the screen a little bit dimmer, but I think it actually makes my capture dim too. So let me go ahead and get that turned off. Ah. Yay! Do your best Skeletor, Corndan.
I'm not even gonna try.
Okay, Dana?
Nope.
Yeah! There. I did it for you, okay? And Twitch. Oh my gosh, I dreamed about Ku5ogrande last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I gave out a game and it took them like 2 minutes to beat, and I'm like, what are we gonna do for the rest of this time?
I mean, was that a dream or just something you remembered?
It was a dream, Corndan. Totally a dream.
Definitely never happened before.
Oh, never at all. No. It was a racing game, though, so, of course they're gonna beat it. Of course they're going to beat it. Especially since there was one track and they just had to do 3 loops. I don't even know what Dream Self was thinking giving that game away. What a moron.
No
We need
kidding.
to talk with Dream Self.
Okay, I am just checking right now because I believe I have everything captured. Thank you, Nat, for all those gift subs. You are just too awesome, okay? Oh, baby.
I told you, you're gonna love this music.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
It's good music.
It is legit good music, guys.
I love it. No, honestly, I could just enjoy this for the full hour. Okay, this music is awesome.
Well, I've got good news for you then.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Because that's all you're gonna hear for the hour.
I love it. So, our 4 players, Seth Highwind, Martin, BBC, Petco, 130, and Crusader, going to be duking it out today. They all got 10 points during their last match. That means that nobody is going to be eliminated from this match today.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good for them.
I mean, good for them anyway.
But, whoever takes 4th is definitely going to be in a little bit more of a rough spot moving forward. I think that's the biggest thing. They just don't want to take 4th. 3rd is okay. 2nd, great. 1st, you're pretty dang solid.
I mean, 1st basically guarantees you make it to round 4.
Yeah.
You're right, because you can get 4th and then round 3 and then make it to round 4. You need 21 points for round 4.
21 points to make it to round 4.
If you get 1st tier, right, you're guaranteed a minimum of 22.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Everybody, spam all of your skeleton emotes and your muscle emotes and any swords that you have. Anything He-Man related. Spam! Spam, everybody! Oh, Bubsy is not He-Man related. Oh my gosh. Well... Well, okay, we gotta... I think that was a quick death. Talk to me. What's going on here?
All right, so Skeletor has taken over Castle Grayskull.
Okay.
With some weird stone. The
Yeah.
Right, the Iliarth stone, and it makes him invincible. And so you have to go get the items to free Orko, who can turn your sword into the Atom Smasher, so you can destroy the Iliarth stone and then go stab Skeletor in the face.
Oh, that's a really good sword in chat. Yeah, so I didn't actually know that there were multiple swords in He-Man. Well,
there's not, but that's besides the point.
Oh, okay. I mean, Oh no! I'm really loving the platforming in this so far.
Oh yeah, so one thing that we didn't tell them, and it's great, right? So up and diagonal jump, just
Yes.
straight up actually moves up.
Oh no!
Yes.
The
Oh,
controls are abysmal on this.
that.
It's just not fun.
Oh my gosh! Somebody needs to
Yes.
go take this developer to a priest because this is evil. Oh, and how many moons till doom? 3.5?
4, yeah, like 4, like
Okay.
that's your timer.
Gotcha.
And we've already gotten a game over.
Well,
Right, Petco is already gamed over. So has Martin,
oh my gosh, this is special so far.
and we
Okay. It looks like one thing that has been given to the players to help them so that they don't have to sit through the cassette loading every single time. They have been given a state that will
Yep.
allow them to get back into the action rather quickly. With that said, figuring out how to load it is something that you should generally do before the match. So we'll go ahead and watch and see how long this takes. Hopefully it's rather
Right.
quick.
Oh, I mean, Martin has already made it happen,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, so Kriskater has already gotten one of the items.
Okay.
So one of the 6 required. There are 7 that are available. The 7th one, if you get it, it makes you go get all of the other ones all over again.
Oh no, it's the Book of Alf.
Basically,
Kinda.
What is the 7th item?
It's a spiked ball.
Like that would look like it's a weapon.
So, I have
Okay.
something for you, bro, to read out.
Yeah. I would
I will
love-
paste this to you over in the Discord. You can read out the lore to this game.
I love it. You said over the Discord. I'm ooh, over the Discord. Talk to me over the Discord, Dana.
I am.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now.
Good. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do my Skeletor voice. Apologies to everybody for how terrible this is gonna be. Yeah, deep beneath Snake Mountain. I think I turned into
No,
a
I can't.
prospector immediately. Deep beneath Snake Mountain, in the evil cavern, Skeletor, arch enemy of He-Man, has discovered the powerful Ilir Stone. Using its mighty magic, he has overthrown Castle Grayskull, banished the sorceress, and created an army of evil clones for the final assault on the palace, thus bringing his plans to be Lord of all Eternia to fruition. You, as He-Man, must take up the challenge and enter Castle Grayskull to destroy the stone, from which Skeletor draws his invincible magical strength. Only then can you succeed in battle with the enemy of your land. The way is treacherous. Skeletor has guarded the stone with magic and the force of his army of clones. In trying to defend the castle, Orko has let loose an imprison spell upon Skeletor. But the spell rebounded against the impenetrable force field which Skeletor has bound around himself, with disastrous results. Orko is now imprisoned by his own spell. Actually, I should be reading every TM that's in here because there are
That
like
would be a lot of TMs.
20 of them. Oh my gosh. Orko, TM, is now imprisoned by his own spell and helpless within one of the many stone towers of Castle Grayskull, TM. Only his magic can help the might of He-Man, TM. You must search out this little magician and provide him with the correct ingredients to conjure the spell you require. The spell to turn the Sword of Power into Atom Smasher. Might goes hand in hand with right as you fight against the Lord of Destruction. The struggle continues, but who will win? That's in all caps, by the way. The last bit right there. But who will win?
So, I just noticed this on that page.
Okay.
That under that, it has the trademarks thing. It says Masters of the Universe, He-Man, Skeletor, Sorceress, Beastman, Triclops, and Castle Grayskull are trademarks owned by and used from Mattel.
Mattel.
But Orko and any distinctive licenses are Filmation. So Mattel doesn't own Orko.
Oh, yeah. By the way, this is a US Gold game, so that means that this was not made in the US. It was made in Europe. Specifically, they have the address of the company over in Birmingham.
Yes.
So good.
So, I want to point out that Seth Highwind appears to have gotten what I believe is a spike ball. So, if we were to get all 6 things and go to Orko, that item would be required. That item would require you to go back and find all of the other 6 all over again.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh. So, I think everybody is making some good progress right now. They're collecting items. Honestly, you don't know which items you need when you're playing this.
So we did not give them which ones they needed because you would not have been given that, if you originally bought the game. But it's literally everything but the spike ball. There are 7 items you can pick up. They are flashing lights, or flashing colors and all of that. You'll see them on the screen as people get them. And, if you get the spike ball, that's bad. Everything else is fine.
Side note, I absolutely love the floating platforms that are just spinny screws, because they spin you while you're on it, so you can't jump off unless you time right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it looks easier than it is. It is literally, you have to press the button to jump off of that. You can't hit up and make that happen there. And it will send you whatever direction you were facing, that's the way you're going.
By the way, this was published by US Gold, but it was actually developed by another company, AdventureSoft UK Limited, who also made a little game we know here called Captain America in the Doom Tube of Dr. Megaloman, which was after this game.
Yes.
Oh, good old Doom Tube. They made other games like The Hulk, Spider-Man. They did a lot of superhero stuff. Savage Island, which I don't know. Mystery Funhouse, that sounds like a blast. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. That sounds quality.
I mean,
Super
that's a good
Grand.
move.
Super Grand, The Adventure. Oh my gosh. This is horrifying.
Oh, no, not Super Grand.
Do you know Super Grand?
I know Super Grand.
Oh my gosh, I need to share a link to this picture because this is absolutely the best.
Funny story, Ashens has been showing some Super Grand episodes on his stream over the last couple weeks.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Super Grand is terrible.
It's a trip.
Yes, you are not wrong on that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of want to check this up sometime. Check this out.
I kind of want to see it too. I hadn't realized there was a game. Of course there is, but wow.
Super Grand, I'm the Super Grand. Yeah, the Super Grand, I'm so super. Oh, this music is just hypnotizing.
It's a very British show.
So, what I can see...
all that entails.
The person who worked on this, by the way, because I only see one person attributed to this. Yeah, he definitely did the design of this game, as well as the design of the Doom Tube. He did some programming for some of the versions of Ghostbusters 2, the graphics for Dream Warrior, which I don't think we've seen here. Honestly, the graphics are pretty okay. The graphics in this game for Commodore 64, I'd say, are pretty impressive.
It's got a good color scheme. It actually has detailed things. This is a good graphically game.
I mean, for the Commodore 64, it's pretty dang amazing. as far as graphics and music, and just not on gameplay.
It has scrolling.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And this was an early C64 game. This wasn't a late one, so...
This was an early one, not a late one.
I mean, this was 1987, so it wasn't really super early.
Yeah,
it just wasn't like 1995.
There were 90s C64 games that you couldn't tell were straight C64.
As far as I can see, there is a ZX Spectrum version of this game as well.
It's the same game.
The same. Is it as playable?
About the same.
Okay. Good to know.
So I keep pinging in Discord to let them know that we found the key to restart the game. And Petco is clearly not looking at it, and Petco apparently did not get the save state set up right either.
You're killing me, Smalls. Yeah, everybody remember before your match, if you're given anything extra that may help, make sure that it works.
I told them outright to make sure that save state works.
Gotta follow what Gordon says.
Chat is asking, since the spike ball effectively nullifies all the other items you gather, how does that affect scoring for progression? You would have 6 items collected, but you would not be able to get the Atom Smasher.
It's true. I would say that getting 6 items, fantastic. Getting the Atom Smasher is the next goal after that.
It absolutely is the next goal. You can't do anything right. So if you collected the right items, they would go right.
Seth? What are you doing, Seth? Showing your furry crap on screen? Oh, I'm absolutely just joking. That was hilarious. I think Seth is probably playing around with the layout right now. Yeah, just so you know, we have a lot of furries around here. It's cool. We like them. Let's see. For now, it looks like this game actually has a day-night cycle, if I'm not mistaken.
It does.
Yeah, Malikus is asking what happens in scoring if someone gets all 7 items. I would say that wouldn't put them ahead of somebody who got the right 6 items. Simply put,
It's not any better, because if you get all 7 items, as soon as you go to get the thing, you have to go back and get the 6 items. I don't even think you can get all 7 items, to be honest with you. I played about 35-40 minutes, and I got about 5 items. And most of that's because I'm bad at the game. Because as we've known, I am bad at games.
Yeah, you are.
Wow. Don't disagree with him like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cord. You're good at Daydream and Davy.
Yeah, see?
I'm good at saving you in Arcade Pit, too, but...
Oh my gosh. Look, okay, Corndan. Whatever, Did you see how I did in the trivia stuff?
I did. I'm amazed that you got Sephiroth eating a hot dog, but that's besides the point.
Look, it had pointy hair, and it had a hot dog. Or no, it had long hair and a hot dog. That's all that's needed, yeah. Well, we're 15 minutes in. I'm not tired of this music at all. In fact, I kind of want this. Like, I could play this before going to sleep, you know, just lie in bed and then hit the cassette player.
The music's great.
Perfect.
I feel like this means you just have to add this to the Ku5ogrande music list.
Speaking of that, I actually added some music from Isolated Warrior this morning. I'm always adding new music, and yeah, I'd love to add this. Now, what's interesting about this game? Let me go ahead and say that it seems fairly ambitious for the Commodore 64, especially since not only do you have horizontal scrolling with the camera, but it's dynamic. It speeds up when you get closer to the edge, and it slows down when you're not close to that. And you've also got, like, up and down movement, you've got platforming. Yes, the controls are bad, but this is so fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously put effort into this. I don't know why they put effort into this, but they did.
You know what? US Gold often does have some bold decisions when it comes to games. Some of their games end up just being copy-paste boringness, but some of them end up being really ambitious and failing hard.
But you know what gets me, right, on this is clearly they developed some pretty good tools here, right, to do this, and then it didn't use them on any of their later games.
Now remember, this was developed by AdventureSoft, published by US Gold. AdventureSoft, I think, used a few of the mechanics in DoomTube.
Not really?
Okay, not really. I'm just trying to I'm trying to be sympathetic.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, but so there's something that's going on here that it was just like they did something here, and I wish they could have really made a good use of that in later games.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Now, remember, this company working on, or US Gold, sort of did publish a lot of what you would call shovelware, although I'd have a hard time saying that this is shovelware, because it has way more work put into it than I think it deserved.
I mean, this is probably, I would say, probably came out as like a value sort of game, but I don't know that it was shovelware.
In addition, oddly enough, even with how popular He-Man was, there was very little video game related to it at all.
Yeah. It really should have had more. But, you know... Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm kind of surprised that, like, it didn't get, with all the other remakes coming out, with the He-Man remake, it didn't get, like, a Xena-style, like, 3D game. That would have actually kind of been fun with He-Man.
Oh, you know what? We could make it happen. Everybody, go email your local politicians and tell them we need a He-Man game. Oh, but US Gold actually has a habit of picking up some of these licensed games that end up, probably being forgotten to time, but are pretty fun. I mean, look at Zorro for Commodore 64. We had that on Ku5ogrande. Sure. It's beautiful. I love it. How about Human Race definitely has problems, but it is beautiful. The Goonies, Commodore 64, that's a little bit less easy to justify. It's a game. I can't get past the first screen, though. Like, I just can't. Return to Oz on Commodore 64? What? They made a Wizard of Oz game? There's no way that's good.
Well, maybe here in a little bit we'll see that on Ku5ogrande.
By the way, Martin has 2 items. I'm unsure we've seen anybody else get 2 items up to this point.
Chris Kidder got 3.
Oh, well, good. Good job, Crusader. 3 plus orb.
No, 2 plus orb, but still 3 items.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm looking at other things that US Gold worked on. I mean, you had winter games, you had summer games, you had California games, you had one version of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
For winter games and all that, they just published Epic's game. For winter games, summer games, California games.
But they published it. They looked at that and they were like, yeah, we can make a little money with this.
I can say I had been tempted in the past to give out winter games and just do the figure skating section.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can get a score above 0, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've talked about that one a little bit. I would love to see that. They also published a game called Bounty Bob Strikes Back, which is the sequel to Miner 2049er. I was going to say I recognize that name, Bounty Bob. I'm pretty sure it's Miner 2049er, but...
It is.
Have Bounty Bob?
We had a Miner 2049er.
Yep.
I swear we had Bounty Bob,
We
too.
did not.
Huh? We must have just mentioned it during that match, then.
Probably.
Yep. So, I never actually watched He-Man back when I was a kid. What sort of is going on in He-Man? What's the story?
Well, I mean, you have Prince Adam of Eternia, who learned that he has great power, and that if he holds his sword over his head and yells by the power of Grayskull, he turns into He-Man, the strongest man in the universe.
You're just gonna quote the entire opening, aren't you?
I mean, he has a cat, Cringer.
So wait, so his mother didn't name him He-Man?
No, his name is Prince Adam of Eternia.
Well, that's a better name than He-Man.
And he has a cat, Mr. Cringy Pants. I mean, didn't you watch the Four Non-Blondes, what's going on video? Clearly, that's all you need to know about the show.
I know nothing about it. I know nothing.
And he's got some friends that I don't remember their names, and Orko, who is pretty annoying, but Orko's like the magician guy, and right, then they go on adventure to stop Skeletor, because Skeletor is evil or something, I don't really know.
Yeah, he's a skeleton. Skeletons are just evil. You see a skeleton walking around, you're not gonna think, oh, maybe he can be my friend. No. You should be, looking for a way out of the room. Okay, look for a door, look for an exit. See, if you're on an airplane, they already showed you where the exits were, at least before you were taking off. As long as you didn't have your headphones in, you're gonna be fine. Oh, I love skeletons. I don't like getting murdered by skeletons. There's a difference. See, it's like loving a porcupine. Sure, you can love it, but be careful.
But you don't have a porcupine inside you.
How do you know, Dana?
Whoa!
I mean...
That sounds pointy.
Okay, I'm trying to find a picture of Prince Adam. Does Prince Adam just look like He-Man?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, right, slightly less muscly, wearing more clothes.
Yeah, that's a lot of clothes. And also, I hate He-Man's haircut. It's so bad. You can get a haircut
it's
like
1980s.
that. You can get a haircut like that in Animal Crossing, and I'll never do it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
the naming scheme in He-Man is the best thing.
Oh, you mean like Man-at-Arms, who is the Man-at-Arms?
Oh, that's right.
Or many faces, or who had a bunch of heads.
Oh, don't forget that you can turn Cringer into an armored green tiger named Battle Cat.
Meow. I love it. So yeah, what I see...
remember as a kid having the Man-at-Arms toy, and it made sparks. I remember that much.
I'm going to read a list of multiple names from the vintage toy line. Okay, are you ready, Corndan?
I am.
Battle Cat, which we've discussed. Buzz Off.
That was a B.
Well, yeah, it has to be. Clamp Champ. How about Extendar?
Yeah.
Fisto. Not Mephisto, just Fisto.
No, Fisto. He had a giant fist.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I will give the He-Man villains credit, and well, everybody in He-Man credit. They were really descriptive. Their names were really descriptive
You
on
knew
what they were.
exactly what you were getting into.
Oh, yeah. Stridor. Gwildor. There's He-Man. King Randor. Man-at-Arms. I just love that one. Man-E-Faces. Mechaneck. Or is it mechanic?
No, it's Mick. Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it
I
mechanic
don't
or
remember.
mechanic? How about meteorbs? Oh, apparently
Data, you need to put that in chat. What you just sent me.
the heroic.
Okay, I will.
Oh, let me
Just
read
for
you
you.
a little bit here. The heroic meteorbs are members of the rock people who could transform from meteors into animal forms. They appear among Stondar and Rokon in the Star comics. They are portrayed as pets rather than equal members of the heroic warriors. Here are the various ones. Cometroid. Astrolion. Oh?
I had one of those as a kid. They folded up into rocks.
Comet Cat. Tuskor. Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Everybody, we need to make a meteor persona for this chat. Who wants to be a meteor? Oh baby.
Bro, I put a link in chat for an actual comic panel from the He-Man comic. It's very important.
Oh, let me see it. Okay. Let me take a look at what you have shared with the world.
I mean, it's exactly what you would expect.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Would we retain the PG-13 rating if I read that out?
Read it out? No, I don't think so.
Well, you might, but I mean, why risk it?
Yeah. There are other characters like Ram Man. Ugh. Okay. Roboto. Oh my gosh, we get a Roboto. Oh, Rio Blast. Rock people. You've got Rokon, Stondar, and Granita. Oh, baby. Oh, baby cakes. Okay, there's Rotar, the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull. What a crappy name. Stratos, Snout Spout. What the crap? Oh, I hate that.
His
Well-
elephant shot water out of his nose.
Yeah.
What a crappy name, though. Cyclone. Oh my gosh. It's meant to be like a cyclone, but also possibly a clone. Tila. Titus. Not like Titus the Fox. Well, maybe like Titus the Fox. I don't know. Zodak. That's essentially what we've got.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to relax from all of the laughing that I just had. Fearless Photog? What? Apparently in 1986, Mattel had a contest for children to send in designs for new characters, and 12-year-old Nathan Bittner entered with Fearless Photog. Who the crap would choose Fearless Photog?
Well, Mattel.
Okay. Let me take a
Gotcha
look
there.
real quick. He is a heroic warrior with a robotic camera-shaped head. He has the ability to focus in on his enemies and drain their strength. This guy, of course only a child would create a hero that's a human except his head is a camera.
Do you remember the Mega Man contest? This is the
What?
level where you're at.
I
here.
don't think so.
What was it, like 4 of the Mega Man 6 characters were made by kids, I think? Or was it 5?
Something like that.
And that's how we got, like, Nightman.
Master of the Dame, man. Oh, it's the opposite. Opposite way around. Yeah, let me see. Apparently, Mega Man 2 had a boss contest. I don't want to talk too much about this, but
There was like Tomahawk Man, I think was one of the kids' submissions. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, point was that's what we're working with here. They wanted to be incredibly identifiable to their young audience. The name had to go right with what they were looking at.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently Mega Man 2, all of the boss names were chosen by kids. Metal Man, Airman, Bubble Man. I mean, they're just iconic. They're so iconic.
So what you're saying is that we should let kids name all Mega Man stuff.
I mean, sure. Just
including
Mega Man X names like that. That's fine. Go ahead and go with that. Yeah, they did name Quick Man, which at least I can blame a baby for that one. Stupid baby came up with the name Quick Man. So that contest had, from what I can see, just over 8,000 entries. The next contest they had for Mega Man 3 had over 50,000 entries. That is nuts and pretty dang awesome.
I wonder how many duplicates they had.
I don't know. Oh, look at Ku5ogrande. Ku5ogrande is making a good amount of progress. 3 of the 6 items needed in order to beat the game.
Ku5ogrande's hit that a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's pretty. You could just leave this on like the rest of the stream. Just that music. Doesn't matter what game we're playing. Just listen to the He-Man theme.
I'm down with it. Interspace it every so often with Quick Man so people appreciate how good the He-Man theme is.
Yeah, like I never want this to go away. There are many songs that I would get tired of after an eternity or two, but this, no, never.
So I have a very important question here.
Sure.
When you kill an enemy, you get skulls.
10. You get 10.
You get 10. How does this one person have 10 skulls?
That's a good question.
I thought it was.
Maybe he ate, like, a really heavy meal before you cracked his skull. So you're cracking all of his food skull as well. Maybe there should be a decimal there. They just forgot the decimal.
So you could occasionally, like, crack half a skull then.
Well, some people don't have a full skull. You know, they have half their skull removed.
Well, I mean, Dana, if you hit them only kinda hard and not fully hard, you might only crack half a skull.
True.
But the skull is still cracked.
But the other half's not.
The other half's
But
not.
it's still
still
one
crack the
skull
other half?
that has a crack in it. Therefore, you have cracked the skull.
Well, if you split the skull in two and one half is not cracked, is that two skulls or two half skulls?
Literally cracked in two, so that is still one full skull.
See, that's why I'm saying they have half a skull, and you're just cracking the half. We haven't really run into that problem yet, you know. We've got...
That's true. We had nothing in the ones digit at all, so...
Yeah, so...
No fractional skulls being cracked here.
Yeah, just whole skulls. Or 10 skulls. Hard to say.
Or 10.
This is the dumbest conversation.
No, this is pretty on brand for Ku5ogrande, though.
Yeah. I would agree.
Especially when Dana and I are doing commentary. It's just gonna go downhill from here.
There was a Christmas special for He-Man and She-Ra.
Oh. We don't talk about that.
I just talked about it.
No.
I mean, that's like Star Wars Christmas special levels of special.
Okay, I have to check it out sometime.
So is Moon's Till Doom just a really stupid time limit? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Is it really stupid or really awesome? Because, I mean, who wants to just have a time limit when you can have Moons Until Doom?
You know, I think it's fine to name it something stupid. This is He-Man. Everything's stupid.
I mean, pretty much. Right, it was a 1980s cartoon designed to sell action figures, so yeah, you're not wrong.
Look, okay, Rainbow Bright, better than He-Man. Fight me.
I mean, I can't. My sister had all the Rainbow Bright stuffed dolls.
I had 3 sisters. I saw a lot of those cartoons.
Actually, I went back and watched the Rainbow Bright movie. It's not. It's unbearable these days. It did not age well.
Like, the very first episode of Rainbow Bright is really dark and creepy, and like, there's like, it's a very magical girl show. Like, before that was even really a thing. And I know way too much about this stuff. I saw too many cartoons as a kid.
I don't know. I loved Rainbow Bright. I've gone back and watched it recently, and the intro song is pretty hoppin', except that some of the kids singing in it sound really annoying. Like,
yeah, I could do with an instrumental version of it. That'd be great.
Like the weird exercising kid. Oh, the pony's like, it's springtime. Oh. Okay. And let's see.
Oh, Teddy Ruxpin is the devil.
Teddy Ruxpin's creepy as hell, man.
Oh, super creepy.
Who's Teddy?
Oh, go look at Teddy Ruxpin. Trust me on this one.
Oh my lord.
It's real creepy. I mean,
Like
Teddy
the
Ruxpin...
toy was the thing of nightmares.
What?
Teddy Ruxpin was like the crappy Furby before Furbies were a thing.
I don't know if I dislike Furbies more than I dislike Teddy just looking at him. Ugh.
Teddy, you put a cassette into him and he would like sing to you and talk to you all while moving, and it's really nightmare.
Yeah.
While like reading a book to you, usually.
Oh yeah, I was trying to find the villains of Rainbow Bright. You've got Murky and Lurky, who are more the comic relief of the show, you know, the stupid henchmen. See, Murky? I told you it was Rainbow Land. It's good stuff.
Murky was Optimus Prime.
What?
Peter Cullen, same voice. He was doing his other voice.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell if you've heard a couple of his voices before, you can actually hear it.
I was gonna say, I don't remember
Mario
this.
In the really old Mario cartoon.
I was gonna say, I've never seen Murky like transform into a semi or anything, so I had no idea.
Well, that's just because you're not watching the right episodes.
True.
Yeah. Everybody got a brand new day, da-da-da-da, in the most beautiful way. Something, something, it is really okay. Something, it's a brand new day. Yeah. I can still remember a little bit of the theme song.
Yeah, but is that theme song as good as this rendition of the He-Man theme song?
They're almost equal. They're almost equal. I want to go back to the 80s and then remember how all of it was driven by trying to sell toys to stupid kids, and then come back to the present and be like,
So not a whole lot different, really.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we have a little less of that. Yes, toys are being made from kids' TV shows, but I think they put the quality of the show a little bit above the quality of the toys.
Counterpoint, Teen Titans Go.
Okay, never mind. Counterpoint, Paws Patrol.
Well,
Well,
no, Look, Paw Patrol is not allowed in my house, so
Why not?
Oh yeah, Skylanders. Now there,
Oh,
now there's
geez.
some merchandising.
Was there Skylanders show?
yes.
No, please, no. No.
Oh yeah, and shows are straight up canceled because the toys aren't selling. I
Oh.
think that's what happened to the most recent, the most recent Thundercats show that I'm going to acknowledge. I think it was done in by the fact it wasn't selling well.
Yeah.
There is a new Thundercats.
No, there is not.
I think...
There is.
It's not Thundercats. I'm not acknowledging it.
I mean, that's fair. But it's going to come out whether you acknowledge it or not.
Ugh.
You know, I think that for toys that are aimed towards kids, at least the standards of the shows have changed somewhat. I think that's because the government realized, oh, these companies, they don't really care about the kids, do they? They just care about selling toys. And so the quality and sort of what they were getting across in the shows, at least for really young children, definitely changed. Like Rainbow Bright, yeah, that's for kids, very young kids. But it had like, I don't know, did it? It probably had some morals, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there were some laws that were passed that like restricted exactly what they could do or had some specific requirements to do stuff. I'm completely okay with that.
So I want to point out here that Crusader found the Ilias Stone, but when he went to do everything, the spell just bounced off because you need to go see Orko. And he didn't have all 6 pieces anyway.
That's beautiful. Seth almost has 4. Oh, but unfortunately, death
I'll try
right there.
again.
Yep. I'm trying to think if I liked 80s cartoons or 90s cartoons better. Like, because the 90s brought Freakazoid and Animaniacs and Earthworm Jim, which...
Overall, I'll say I probably liked more 80s cartoons than I did 90s.
Yeah.
But there were some incredibly good 90s cartoons.
Yes.
Like,
One
quality-wise, 90s one had better ones, but 80s had more ones I just enjoyed watching.
Well, that's because they were so bad.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
80,
one of the...
but 80s cartoons had better theme songs.
Yes.
Just
I mean,
flat
case
out.
in point, right? I offer up this game, which is a bad rendition of the theme song, as proof that the theme song for He-Man was still pretty good.
I'm gonna say that one of the surprisingly best cartoons that came out in the 90s was the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, which a lot of people just never watched. And I love it. It's got amazing humor. It's so good. And there's a mystery every
I'll let you have
episode.
that one because it was better than... Like, I never really enjoyed any of the cat and mouse, cat and bird dynamic shows like Tom and Jerry, etc. Because I always rooted for the cat.
Well, here, Sylvester and
But
Tweety
Sylvester and
usually
Tweety
work
Mysteries
together.
was different. It didn't play that too often. It took itself a little more kind of seriously. Like,
A little bit. It didn't just play up a single trope the entire time. Well, I mean, it did. They were mystery stories. So, different trope. But at least it was new for them.
I do appreciate Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, though, especially in that they wrote up, there's a whole set of rules that,
Oh, yeah.
that govern how Wile E. Coyote acts that are more than just like slapstick comedy, and I appreciate that.
Oh, it's great.
and somebody mentioned the new DuckTales show, which is absolutely fantastic.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
if you enjoyed the original DuckTales, you owe it to yourself to watch the new series.
Wait,
It's super good.
I'm looking at chat, and all I'm seeing is that you mentioned it. You're like, oh, somebody
Someone said
mentioned
it up
it
above
in
me.
Twitch. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna ignore that. Oh, Dana. Just saying stuff in chat that, like, somebody pointed out in chat how awesome this is, and I agree. I see how it is.
Transformers Animated, somebody brought up, and that one's actually, like, I expected to hate that one, and it actually ended up pretty alright. I wouldn't rank it in my... Well, maybe it would be in my top 3 Transformers, but then we got a kind of a low bar on Transformers shows most of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'd
like,
say G1 just because I'm nostalgic, and then Prime was really good. Beast Wars was campy, but good, but also
Like-
led to Beast Machines, which was garbage.
like Beast Wars knew it was campy and just kind of embraced it.
Right.
I've never seen Beast Wars. I don't even know what it is.
What I recommend or not recommend is playing the Beast Wars PlayStation 1 game. It's not real good, but it's got the worst rendition of the voice for Rat Trap that's just funny every single time.
Okay, good to know.
because it's so bad.
By the way, I want you to know Martin and Crusader both have 3 items, although Crusader has the one that is bad.
And Seth Highwind has gotten to 3 items. Right, I think this is probably going to come down here, unless somebody gets a 4th item. This is going to come down to who got to 3 items first.
Crusader might be grabbing one right here.
There's our 4th.
I mean, it is the 4th, even though it's the spiked ball that's in there.
I would say,
Well,
you know, there is no way to note that the spike ball is going to be the problem.
It's true.
There.
Like, there's no way until we get to the end. Then you're like, what happened?
Yeah, and
on Crusader's screen right there, that vaguely hexagonal eye-looking thing, that's what you have to destroy before you can go kill Skeletor.
you have to kill an eye.
Yeah,
Just
you
poke
just
it.
stab it. You just stab it with the Atom Smasher.
How about you stab it with your finger? That would do good enough. Stupid eye.
I mean, if your finger were the Atom Smasher, you would not be wrong.
I'm gonna name my finger. My finger is now the Atom Smasher. Come here, eyeball. I've got a lesson to teach you. You know, the 3 Stooges could get through this castle better than He-Man.
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much. It is a maze, but it's not that bad of a maze. And everything in here except what item is where is completely already determined, right? So the speed run of this game is like 9 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I do love that somebody in chat has played this and essentially said that they loved it but never really knew how to get anywhere.
That
Well,
doesn't surprise me at all, because just look at what we've been going through here.
So I do want to point out, right, that the lore we shared is the only information provided about the game. Not directions, not anything else, not anything like that. That hot jam of a lore is it. That's all you got when you bought this game.
We almost have 10 minutes left. And He-Man is still having hot jams. I appreciate it.
Here's the thing, right? Even with 10 minutes left, we could see anybody take first still.
So what is the sword status?
So if you pick up the sword things, which just look like a really oblong oval that flash, you get sword status, and if you have sword status, your sword shoots out beams of light.
Ooh, I like it.
So it's kind of like having full health on
Zelda.
you know, a Legend of Zelda. Absolutely. Crusader almost had the 5th
Oh no.
one and then reset.
I think he just didn't really want to try walking around again.
I guess. So also, I want to point out that body shield is basically your health. I mean,
Okay.
I realize it's taken us 50 minutes to talk about that.
The body
Which
shield.
means,
What are those?
which means if you see like how little clothes He-Man is wearing, that means every enemy is like targeting the square on his chest that is like the only thing that's armor.
Well, He-Man is a shield. It's a body shield. It's protecting his skeleton. Everybody has a body shield. You don't want your
Mine's really
skeleton to
soft.
die. Yeah, mine too.
Padded armor.
I mean, my skeleton is in a meat mech, but I can't guarantee that meat mech's any good.
Well, He-Man's is pretty good. I mean, it's a very toned body shield.
Gordon, I have bad news for you. You are actually a ghost.
No.
Oh no!
You
And
are
a
a ghost who
skeleton?
has possessed a brain, who is piloting a bone mech with flesh armor.
Ghosts absolutely
Oh,
do
no.
not exist. And that means Corndan doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, that would explain my my game picks probably.
Oh, I love Ku5ogrande. By the way, if you're new here, this actually is pretty standard for how things go, especially with games where it's really difficult to see when progress is being made, except for when they get the items, you know?
I mean, the progress bar is right there on the screen.
I mean, this is a Metroidvania, you know? They just have to
Well,
go various places to collect the items.
And to be honest, we're also the three of us are idiots.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Well, no, you're a lot. We're just little.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I have a degree in rocket science, so I can't be that much of an idiot.
Wow. Are you saying all rocket scientists are geniuses?
That was kind of the entire point of being a rocket scientist.
Rocket scientist.
Yes.
Whatever, I could make a rocket. Gordon, hurry, get me some explosives.
I sure don't trust you with explosives or rockets.
I feel like we need to see a Brosentia Kerbal stream.
You know what? I would watch that.
I feel like I did one of them.
Have
Yeah.
you done one before? If you
Yeah,
did, I missed.
I've done Kirby's. on
I mean,
stream.
I will talk about the fact that, like, even as a rocket science, I understand the science behind, like, how all of that works. It doesn't mean I'm good at docking things. But I
Yeah.
can tell you how it works.
Oh, yeah, that's better than I can do. I actually really like learning about other things, though. You know, even though I went into English, I love math. I just, like, if it's available to be learned, I get really excited when it's something new to me.
So,
like,
Orbital Bear made you play Kerbal as a viewer request.
oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I think that I set something up to blow up as quickly as possible.
I mean, that's pretty easy to do.
Ah. Yeah.
I mean, even Minicorn can do that. In fact, that's all he does when we play Kerbal Space Program.
Well, maybe he should, like, learn that blowing up robots, blowing up rockets isn't the goal of the game.
But see, you forget that every time he blows up a rocket, he giggles like a maniac for about 5 minutes straight, to the point I think he's gonna pee himself. So for him, that very well could be the point of the game.
Okay, yeah, good point.
The point of the game is to enjoy yourself.
Whatever.
If
Video
you're not
games
having
aren't for
fun with your
enjoyment.
video game, there's a problem.
No, that's how video games are. Suffer. Tears.
What? Shut up! I'm playing my video games.
He-Man theme. Yeah. Also that. Oh, the music.
Was it starting to grate on you after about an hour?
Like,
It's still so good.
It's still so good, but yeah, grating a little bit. You know, like, I've still got like 3/4 of my Parmesan block left, but it still is grating.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is all you hear for an hour, and I can only take it in about 45-minute doses.
Oh, Martin died. Oh no, like, I think everybody's getting pretty close to their last attempt.
Probably. I mean, we're at the point you can't beat the game anymore, so now it's just about making the best progress you can.
I could beat the game right now, Corndan. You told me all the secrets.
I did. I want to see you do it.
Well,
Good plan.
we're running a tournament here. I'd prefer to
Oh,
not do.
excuses now.
What? Oh, I'm full of excuses, Dana. Do you want some more? My mother said no more He-Man ever. So, yeah, it's rough.
I think Chris Skater's about to get to its 5th item collected here.
Maybe
Well,
he didn't, fall in there.
If he didn't fall, I'd just lose it, but yes.
This game. Yeah, I think Crusader has good chance of taking the victory here. I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Martin, I believe, is in second and Seth in third, but if Seth can get this item...
Has Martin gotten 4 items? I think Seth got to 3 items first.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Cadis is saying. But Seth may be able to get 4 items, and that would not include the spike ball. I'm not sure if that technicality would put him ahead, since there's literally no way to know. Literally no way to know until you take the items to the end.
I think...
Oh my gosh. Did Crusader die? Where is Crusader?
I mean, yes. And also...
Are you sure?
Has thrown in the towel.
Oh no. You know what? We have just 1 minute left. Technically, we could still see a change in... I'm not sure between first and second, but Seth could grab another item really soon, and that would be huge. See? Here we go. Nope.
I mean, nope, not.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm really happy. That was perfect.
It was great.
It was so anticlimactic. It's just like, is he gonna do it? Just walks
Nope.
off the edge. Oh, with that said, Crusader appears to be taking first, Seth Highwind second, Martin third, and Petco fourth. That is what our places look like right now, everybody. Uh-oh, somebody in chat doesn't like the theme. Wow.
Well,
they only just got here. You see, the problem is they didn't hear it for an hour. They'd appreciate it more then.
Yeah, they sure didn't. Well, you know what? Doesn't matter because it's time. Everybody. Wait, I thought I turned the music off. There.
Why would you turn it off?
Because it's time. We gotta move on. No more He-Man. He-Man is forever banned for the next 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, Crusader again takes first, demolishing this game. He did a fantastic job.
Yes.
And
It was a lot of fun to watch. This was a good game.
I guess I'm
It
really
was
not
a
too surprised.
quality.
Yeah, I actually want to go and play this game. This was a lot of fun. Okay, Ku5ogrande, let me bring you in. Hello there, Mr. Cater. Ku5ogrande,
Who is muted?
who is muted. It's okay, we love you anyway. I presume you're gonna get that figured out. There we go. Hello there. Ku5ogrande? Are you here? Well, Ku5ogrande, despite being a little bit on the quiet side today, did a fantastic job getting 4 of the items out of the 6/7, the 6 that are required to get through the game. Yeah. Can you try talking a little bit? Nope.
Not hearing it all at all, unfortunately.
So here's my dealio here. This game is a lot of fun, I would say. For the Commodore 64 era, it's actually pretty outstanding. I haven't seen too many platformers on the Commodore 64 that I would consider this good.
Yeah, I think it was pretty well. I think just if it was less cryptic and controlled better.
The controls are some of the worst.
Yeah, I would say the controls are evil. Okay, absolutely pure evil. Also, a little bit of the perspective trying to get on the various moving platforms. Like, this is a game with dedicated jumps, and to have moving platforms with that is bad. You don't do that. Like
Spinning moving platforms.
spinning
Yeah,
moving
it's not
platforms.
just moving platforms.
Why are there spinning moving platforms in He-Man?
Because they wanted to.
So Ku5ogrande is having a little bit of a hard time with net issues. That's understandable. He says, I was a bit confused on what to do outside of getting items and where to go once you have items. And I would say that the cryptic nature of this game is probably one of those other things that is a little bad. Why? Because if you got to a certain point, had all the items, but then used the spike ball because guess what? You picked it up. Then you would lose all progress and probably have no idea why you lost all progress.
Oh yeah, compare the He-Man music that you just listened to an hour. Compare that to the Mickey Mouse music from the other.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Amiga?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from the last game, from the very last game of round 1, when we gave out Mickey Mouse on Amiga, and it was that one song for the whole hour. I apparently like giving out games that have one song for a whole hour.
So the strange thing about this is that I don't remember that at all. Like,
You don't remember?
You probably blocked it out.
I don't
Wow.
remember Mickey Mouse, and I don't remember music, and I don't remember Mickey Mouse on the Amiga?
Yeah.
You did an impressive job of blocking this out.
Yeah, I have 0. That's kind of creepy. Anyways. No memories of that. Ku5ogrande, Dana, thank you so much. This has been an absolute blast. I've enjoyed this match. Go
It was a
have
great
fun
game.
and take care, okay?
Will do.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Everybody, this is Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm going to go ahead and move on to a small little ad. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back in 1 minute. This gives me a chance to do a little bit of setup. Be right back.